Alright, so we need some cheaper creatures. Mirror, we have to take Mirror very highly at this point. Okay, Necropede, Snapsail Glider, Splash for the Scrap Melter, or the Prototype Portal. The Prototype Portal, it's a good card, but we don't exactly have anything that we're terribly excited to put tons into play with, or to continually put into play. And the possibility of getting 2 for 1 means I'm probably not going to take that. I like Snapsail Glider, I like Necropede, and I like Scrap Melter. So the question is, do we splash for a Scrap Melter, or do we take one of the 2 artifacts? And I think given how good Scrap Melter is and all the 2 for 1s in our deck, we're just going to splash for that. Okay. As long as we're playing red, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't want to play an Embersmith. The other options in this pack are pretty weak. Mirrodin Replica is fine, but this is a much better card. So it looks like we're ending up in red regardless. Yeah, blue is certainly open, but silver mirror has to get taken here just because we need mirror and artifacts. Darkslick Drake is a damn good card, but am I going to play that over the Embersmith and Scrap Melter? Probably not. Okay, not a whole lot going on here. I will take the Panic Spellbomb. More mirror. Always good. So let's see, hide land. So we're probably not going to play the Flight Spellbomb. Other than that, it looks to me like everything is probably going to make the deck here. Exsanguinate is not a great card, but as a one-of, it's more than relevant, especially with the life drain from the Bleak Coven Vampires. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 artifacts so far. Like to up that by a couple. Alright, another Spellbomb, or an Instill Infection, or a Painful Quandary. Painful Quandary is a very underrated card. If you drop that on turn 4 off a mirror, they're really up shit creek. I've had 2 of them resolved against me. You're just dead. There's nothing you can do. So let's see. Go with the Quandary, or the Instill Infection, or the Nihil Spellbomb. Given the Smiths that we have, I think I'm going to go with the Spellbomb. Quandary is cute, but may as well go with another Spellbomb. Or a Heartstoker. I don't know if I'm going to play 4 Spellbombs. Am I going to play Volshock Heartstoker? Well, certainly over Blister Grub, but I don't know if either one of those cards is going to make the main deck. But, like I said, I'm not going to play 4 Spellbombs, so we'll take Heartstoker. And we have 0 ways to pump power, so we're not going to take the Bloodshot Trainee, which means the Volshock Replica is kind of the default pick here. Mirrodin Replica? I don't like Golden Foundry. I really don't think it's playable. But I guess you just hate the Molder Beast here. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but sure, I'll play a Moriok Reaver. And some life loss. to go along with the rest of our life loss. All right, so I mean we're essentially mono black, splashing red. We have 2 mirror and 3 spell bombs, which means 16 lands at the most. Could get by on 15, but I really hate getting mana screwed, so it's probably going to be 16. I'm looking back and wishing that I had taken some of those galvanic blasts, but I'm not sure that I would have taken them over whatever I took. So. So these cards are all clearly in. And that right there is a pretty reasonable 24 cards. Well, 25. My third grasp is obviously coming in. Miasma is out. That would be why I only had 2 grasps in. Tumble Magnet. All right, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 artifacts. Not great, but not enough to support Chrome Steed. So I'm looking at, do I want to play a Memnite? And the answer to that is no. I don't think that's necessary in this deck. I don't think that there's actually any cards that I feel like I need to put in right here. Necrogen Sensor works nicely with the Bleedcomb Vampires and the Exsanguinate, but it's just a win more if I'm not using Proliferate. So 1 card to cut, and to be honest, looking at it right now, Clone Shell kind of sticks out to me as there's nothing. I mean, sure, getting a Scrap Melter or Skin Render off a Clone Shell is cute, but is that better than just having the Skin Render or Scrap Melter in hand? Probably not. The other option is Chrome Steed. We're not going to have a ton of artifacts. Especially since we're probably going to be popping our spell bombs relatively early. Yeah, so do we want Metalcraft or not? Yeah, I'm going to pull out the Clone Shell here. I just don't think it's going to do enough in the deck. And I think that's a pretty reasonable 24. That's a reasonable amount of removal. Some significant filtering with the spell bombs, or card draw, whatever you want to call it. And the replicas, some aggressive guys, some removal. I think this deck is fine. We certainly don't have any bombs, but we have a good amount of removal and some good beaters. So we'll see how it works out. I think 5 mountains is probably 14 and 2. No. 12 and 4 or 11 and 5. Double blacks all over the place. We will go. I tend to err on the side of having more more of my splash color than Moto generally suggests. Clearly 2 I'm not particularly happy about. I think 11-5 should allow me to get double black without many problems. And also have a red early for the Embersmith. So we're going to go with that. And this is our deck. We'll see how it goes.